Hi guys, it's Baz from Hognose UK here. I've got a clutch to cut today, which may or may not help me prove out a female that I've been debating on over a couple of years. So a few years ago, I bought a blackhead Mojave, which had another gene in it, from a friend of mine called Pav, and I bred it to an onyx and produced a really nice blackhead male with black pastel in it, and this female that's produced this clutch, but a few others as well obviously. But this female is really red, extremely expressive red and ringer gene, and I think she's a Mojave het red xanthic. However, I bred a blackhead to her last year and I produced what I think is a super. Mills, who's probably the leading authority on blackheads in this country, has had a good look at it, and he can't make his mind up. He can't make his mind up about the mum or the one I produced from her. So this season I went a little bit different. So I put a Confusion Fire Yellow Belly Phantom into this girl. Exclusively. I definitely didn't put anything else in there, so that was literally the one male that went in. I wanted to increase my Confusion stocks because I haven't got many Confusions, and without further ado, the eggs are due. Let's go and cut them. Okay, so this is the clutch in question. It's a Mojave het red xanthic red and ringer gene. The animal's got a very high expression red and ringer. It's a really beautiful girl. To a Confusion Fire Yellow Belly Phantom and a Phantom Yellow Belly Bambino. I didn't see the Bambino lock, so I'd be very surprised if it is the Bambino that's got this clutch, but I would be slightly over the moon if it was. So let's have a look, see if we can get a clue who the daddy is. Okay, so that, oh, I'm going to say that's Confusion. I'd say that is actually, now there's a weird thing happened with this snake a couple of years ago. She produced an animal that looked like a blackhead. She is from a blackhead. It doesn't look like a blackhead, and it's hard to see that she's got blackhead in her, but that actually looks like a blackhead Confusion. So this could be very interesting, this clutch. So if the Confusion has got Phantom in it, which I think it has, there's a good chance of hitting a Purple Passion Confusion in here, which would be quite cool. Oh, now that looks rather ghostly. I don't actually have a clue what that is. Oh, yes I do, that's a het red xanthic. Looking at the shape of the alien heads. Maybe a het red xanthic Fire. I've never made one of those before, so maybe why I don't recognise it. And there's always the chance of having Phantom and Yellow Belly and God knows what else in there as well, so not sure about that one. Considering these are bang on the day, these are pretty gooey, these things. And there we have a Confusion. So obviously definitely the Confusion done the business. I'm going to say that's a Confusion Fire. It's very, very light. It's cool. I haven't hatched any Confusion so far this season. I just had a Confusion clutch laid yesterday, but I haven't actually hatched any yet. So these will be the first of 2022. Or will they? These will be the first in the back end of 2022. I think I did hatch some earlier in the year. And that absolutely looks like a blackhead Confusion. So now Now I'm really starting to doubt what the mum is, so I'm gonna say that's an awesome looking beastie. I don't think a phantom confusion on its own would be quite as dark as that. We'll see. Probably be easier to tell, or it will be easier to tell once they're out and I can see the head. So we know the Bambino didn't do anything on this clutch, so this is Confusion Fire Yellow Belly Phantom is the dad. And there we have, looks just like maybe just a fire. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so some really funky stuff in there, and hopefully once they're out the egg we'll be able to have a bit more of an idea what they are. Okay, so here they are shed off. Start with this guy who hasn't shed. This was the little one that had only one eye. This still is leading me to think that the female is a blackhead, because this is the darkest tetrad xanthic I've ever seen. If you have a look, he's got an eye on that side, and he hasn't got an eye on that side. He's very small, very short, and he's quite lethargic, so I don't know whether this one's going to make it, to be honest. It's a little girl. So it's only the second congenital deformity I've had this season. And then there's another teeny one. This one was quite small, and it had the cord wrapped around it, so I actually unwrapped it and it managed to survive. So as you can see, I think this is a fire confusion. Not 100% certain on this one, given the speckling and all the markings and that within the sides and on where the alien head should be. I think it's a confusion. I'm not really sure. It's too dark to be just an ordinary fire, and the head stamp's really dark like a confusion. So that one is a girl also. Just looking at that, I'm wondering if that one hasn't shed yet either. Not sure. Okay, so these ones definitely have shed. So this is a confusion. And I think that is just a straight confusion. See what I mean about these bits in the sides, which that one has also got, but nowhere near as pronounced. I think the fire's tidied it up and cleaned it up. Nice, typical confusion head stamp there. Beautiful animal. I love the way it's quite leopard-like, but they're quite distinctive, the way that the patterns go on the sides and that. And the head stamp's quite distinctive. The bellies are usually as busy as anything. Look at that. Yeah. Nice animal, that. And that's a boy. So I won't be hanging on to that because I've got some really nice confusion combos. And then there's this one, which looks like Dad when he was born, but much darker when he was hatched. Much darker. So the head stamp on this thing is sensational. Look at that. I still think that female may well be a blackhead, because this is much darker than Dad when he hatched. Dad's a phantom fire yellow belly confusion, and I'm going to say from the neck stripe that this is phantom as well. But it's also so dark, so I'm gonna hazard a guess at this being a blackhead. Probably end up keeping these anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That's a female as well, so highly likely to be keeping that one. I'm gonna say that actually that's fire as well, from the colouring down the dorsal and down the fingers on the sides. Very busy patternation on this animal. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I think, excuse my stomach, I think this one's going to be staying put. Excuse my phone. And then last but not least, I also think this is a blackhead fire confusion. So I think these guys more or less prove the mother is a blackhead, even though she doesn't look anything like one. I'm going to have to do some video footage of her for this film, I think. that, you know, to me that says Confusion Blackhead. It's got the most amazing head stamp. Look at that. Beautiful animal. It's not as busy down the sides as the other one. It's like almost like got hieroglyphics on it. It's very nice. So I'm going to say that's a Blackhead Fire Confusion. I guess I won't really find out until I prove it out in a few years' time. That is also a girl, which is good news because I haven't got many Confusion girls, and I think both of those, the last two, will definitely be staying. Absolutely gorgeous animals. Look at that head. I love it. A couple of nice Confusions to add to the collection. Okay, so there you go. I'm even more convinced now that she is a blackhead, and that the red ringer gene has kind of masked it all with a combination with the het red xanthic. I'll get a picture, or I'll get some footage of the female for you to see. I'm pretty sure those last two snakes are blackhead, and the little fella with one eye, or little girl with one eye, I'm pretty sure that that's a blackhead as well. If they're not, who cares? They're stunning looking Confusions. They will be added to my collection. Both of those girls will be staying put, the last two. So doesn't really matter, to be honest. Absolutely gorgeous snakes, really nice. I was going to say towards the end of the season, but I've still got 10 clashes left, so it's not really anywhere near the end of the season yet. Not for me anyway. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please tick like it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Stay safe out there.